Hello. So we're going to get right into it. I've been kind of messing with the video on putting all of the episode Yuffie trailer videos and cutting them up and kind of trying to put them in chronological order that I think the trailer should be in. I think I probably missed a couple misplacements, but I was going to watch it and go over it and maybe talk about it a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do today on this video. Alright, here we go. So still want to start in the same order. Right, Yuffie arriving in Midgar, right? And I think this is probably when the episode's going to start out, obviously. You know, right when she gets to Midgar, explore it and stuff. Then there's probably some gameplay, obviously. Make our way Sector 7, where the Avalanche crew's at, that she needs to meet up with. We're going to be heading there first thing, after some like combat and stuff, basic, you know, gameplay mechanics and everything. This is where she's going to introduce herself to the crew, you know. Meet Sonon, meet the 4 Avalanche members, you know, and get the code names and stuff. I think it was Billy Bob. Billy Bob's on one sticks in my head. Meet this guy. I think it's Polk. I think this guy's name's Polk. Or Pim. I forget. Anyway, and learn about for Condor, of course, obviously. Because that's going to be important later on, toward end game of the entire series. This looks a lot of fun. This looks like a lot of fun, for real. Like, there's like, it looks like there's chess pieces up here that I've never really paid attention to. There's a rook and pawns, possibly? Is that what it is? And there's A to B gauges. Your units. I imagine if we get a good score on this minigame in Fort Condor, we'll get something out of it, some kind of materia. Maybe the Phoenix materia? Maybe it's not just Rumma we get, maybe it's Phoenix and Rumma. Or we'll get Phoenix when we actually go to Fort Condor. But since we're learning the Fort Condor minigame here, I honestly don't see a reason to go to Fort Condor. So they might skip that. Or it might already be destroyed or something. Or Wasteland. I don't know. That's interesting. I didn't think about that till just now. I don't really see a point to go to Fort Condor now. It's just like a little short stop to stop at and stuff. And this is when they leave the HQ. And, you know, see them from a distance. I think Cloud, this is right after Cloud falls and meets Aerith in the church. So it's supposed to start like right there. And it's 2 chapters, and it's supposed to end at the very end of the base game. Like after the Sephiroth fight. So 2 chapters, that's a lot of ground. There's gonna have to be some time jumps. This informant, of course, gets busted. We're gonna chase him down. I think I did some cutting here. Kind of put all these things together a little bit better. One thing I couldn't place was this one. I don't know where this is. And we'll get to the you know, fight the guys that were chasing dude. I forget the guy's name. I'm terrible with names. Yeah. Big centipede, mechanical centipede, and I don't know. Like at first, I thought maybe blowing this up would put us in down where deep ground's at, possibly, or the Platefall puts us in deep ground. But the fact that you talked to the guy that was being chased by Shinra after this means that, you know, that's not the case. So I'm assuming he gives us some information, some intel. Then that's when we get on the train at some point. Detected. I assume when this happens, they're probably going to get detected. So there's going to be alarms going off. I assume they're going to have to jump off or fight here or something. Something's going to happen. And then it's going to lead to these two getting separated at some point. So I don't know if you're going to get separated, because here, whenever they meet up in deep ground, if you listen. Like, it says that there you are. Someone says there you are. And Yuffie tells him about Platefall, and he's like, "What?" He's like, just learning about it. So she learned about Platefall at some point while he wasn't with her. There's gonna be some time when we're not with Sonon. And then they meet up back here under Deep Ground. And then I guess we go further and further down in Deep Ground. Because after this, we end up fighting Scarlet. And then Big Boy, spoiler, Nero. We get to see I assume it's a Proud Clawed prototype? I'm not really sure. But we get to fight Scarlet, which is pretty dope. And they threw a summon Rama in here. But I was looking at it, and if you look closely frame by frame, you can see Nero's wings. So you actually you get Rama before you fight Nero. So maybe you get Rama after you beat Scarlet. But they're using Rama to fight Scarlet here, or fight Nero here. I just didn't want to cut it in the middle. But we meet Nero, we fight him. I assume he's probably trying to get to Weiss and free him, I suppose. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've done Dirt to Cerberus stuff, but super interested into where they're going with this. I mean, it's the possibilities now. It's insane. I'm super pumped for it. And then this epic shot here. Platefall. Sonon dies. And I don't people say they see Vincent here. I don't. I think it's just her seeing Platefall. I don't think anything's in her eye. I think it was just them being cinematic, showing her eye, the reflection of Platefall in her eye, that she's witnessing it. So, and I kind of get the feeling that the only thing they've showed us is the first chapter of Yuffie episode. I don't think they've showed us anything from the second chapter. Because of this, I just imagine the first chapter is all this in Midgar. The second chapter is going to have to lead up to leaving Midgar after Platefall. Maybe dealing with the aftermath of it. Or something, I don't know. Because there's still a lot that happens after Platefall. You still go up to Shinra Tower, they rescue Aerith, they fight Hojo, or not fight Hojo, they fight Genova, Sephiroth, the highway. Like, there's still so much that happened after Platefall. So they're going to have to fill that gap in somehow with Yuffie. And I think that's going to be the second chapter is going to be us playing without having Sonon around us. We'll be watching Yuffie deal with the loss of Sonon, and possibly the rest of the Sector 7 Avalanche crew that was down there. But they're not based. They're not based in Sector 7. They were kind of hiding out down there. I think their base of operations was in Sector 5. If I remember correctly from what Barrett said, because there's a theory going around that Barrett's little date scene at Aerith's house. He mentions 3 people. Again, forget the names. Terrible with the names. Apologies. But those 3 people are 3 of the 4 we meet here in episode Yuffie. They just have they're given nicknames, so they're not compromised by Shinra or whatever. So I don't think they stay in episode or Sector 7. So we'll probably, I don't know, we'll see if they get out or anything. Or you know what? Maybe they could get out. Or seeing them again at Fort Condor, and we'll get some more Fort Condor minigame stuff. Interesting. I don't know. Ooh, what if? So in Final Fantasy VIII, we have and 14. You get these cards, and you collect cards and stuff like that as you progress through the game, and you can use them. I wonder if you can get Fort Condor pieces and use them to play Fort Condor with people. That would be neat. Almost oh, that would be good. I like that. That'd be fun to collect Fort Condor pieces and actually use them, in the board game. And then use them later on, possibly, whenever you actually... Well, no, that wouldn't make sense, not to use them later on, but almost like a board game to, just collect pieces with, playing with a board game. Maybe that would help you somehow later on down the road, whenever Shinra tries to take Fort Condor, or they attack it. I don't know. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to go over that video. I tried to put the scenes in order the best way I could. So, I appreciate you guys hanging out watching the video, listening to me ramble on. Still trying to get used to talking and stuff into a camera and a mic and stuff like that. It's a little weird. I'm learning, so I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'd greatly appreciate it if you left a like, you subscribe. I'm going to be trying to get out regular videos on Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 16, most Square Enix stuff, RPG stuff like that. So I'll be doing a lot of that. Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm trying to find something to put on Fridays, maybe Let's Plays of like whatever I'm playing at the time. So we'll see. But Final Fantasy 7 content right now, Mondays, Wednesdays. So like, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.